didn't know when or how. But I couldn't see spending the rest of my life with my head hung down in shame. You know, I might have been born just plain white trash, but fancy wasn't my name.
That is the one and only Reba McEntire singing Fancy, a fan favorite double platinum hit for the country superstar in 1991. Here in Nashville, there is a small handful of artists who require only a single name. Reba is right near the top of that list. The Queen of Country came to town nearly 5 decades ago when she was just a young rodeo queen with a knockout voice. Since then, Reba has sold some 60 million albums, racked up 24 #1 songs, and become a star on screen too, earning a Golden Globe nomination while starring on her hit show, Reba. Reba and I got together this week for a Sunday sit-down and a round of the game she loves to play at home, just outside of town here.
Willie, good luck.
You don't mean that.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Okay, good luck to you too.
Do you really mean that?
Not at all.
Reba McEntire is always up for a little friendly competition.
There it is. Oh,
Whoa.
that was clean too.
That was like...
The country icon unwinding at the end of another sold-out cross-country tour. This one with new stops at the Hollywood Bowl and the world's most famous arena.
You're here because you just wrapped up your latest tour, and you did it at Madison Square Garden. And I was surprised to hear it was the first time you'd ever played there. What was that experience like for you?
I went into It's Just Another Arena because it holds such history for me and my family. Grandpap roped there during the rodeo in the 30s. Daddy roped there during the rodeo in the 40s. And it felt like they were with us there at Madison Square Garden Saturday night.
How do you describe the sensation of walking out on stage? What does that feel like?
Everybody wants to be loved and accepted. I'm no different. I mean, we're up there on the stage, razzle-dazzle, but we're very insecure people in the inside. And after the second song, the applause went on for a long time. And I got very emotional. I mean, I was crying, but the show must go on, so mascara down the face, whatever, you got to keep on going.
Reba has been going since she first broke into song with her siblings while growing up in rural Oklahoma.
We didn't have radio in the car, and so it was 4 kids in the back seat, roughhousing, and so Mama would get us to sing to pass the time.
When did you realize, not that you could just sing in the back seat of the car, but I might be pretty good at this? Was there a moment you remember?
First grade.
Really?
Yeah, I sang Away in a Manger at the Christmas program there at Kiowa High School. I wanted attention, and I figured out the best kind of attention I could get was when I would sing. Not running barrels, not playing basketball, but singing. That's when everybody kind of leaned forward and listened a little bit more.
At 19, McEntire sang the Star-Spangled Banner at the 1974 National Rodeo Finals in Oklahoma City, a performance that changed her life. Country singer Red Steagall happened to be in the crowd that day. He was so impressed by McEntire's talent, he invited her to Nashville, where she soon signed a record deal.
So that's your first contract, and you think, okay, here we go. I've made it in Nashville. But it took a little while. Yeah. It was kind of a slow burn. Is that fair to say?
Baby steps, slow burn. Yeah, I thought once you had a record on the radio, you're rich. You have a tour bus, big mansion. No, I was living in a $10 a month rent house in Oklahoma. Had to haul our own water.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Not the glamorous life you'd heard about.
No.
So what kept you going through those obstacles?
Curiosity, faith, especially in the hard times, the bad times, the sad times, my faith, and just thinking, what more can we do?
With that faith and some patience, McEntire landed her first #1 song in 1982 with Can't Even Get the Blues.
I can't even get the blues no more.
Her first gold album came 4 years later with Whoever's in New England, which earned Reba her first Grammy Award, too. 24 of McEntire's songs have reached #1 among her 60 top 10 hits. The music videos that came along with those songs opened a new door in Reba's career.
It got me into acting a little bit, and so that little itch was there for a while. When I finally got to do the videos, I saw, oh, I like this.
Which then turns into a screen career.
Yeah.
Doing movies, you get a hit sitcom, Reba.
Yeah.
Get nominated for a Golden Globe Award. You play Annie Oakley on Broadway. At what point did you decide, like, music's going well, let's try some of this other stuff too?
Well, Mom always said I had the attention span of a 2-year-old. So I have to have different things. I do something so long, do the same thing, I get bored. I think people took me more seriously after I did Annie, Get Your Gun, and it just kind of gave me a little bit more, I don't know, power or credentials. And people thought, well, she did that, she could do a sitcom. I didn't know anything about that business.
Kind of faking your way through it a little
I
bit.
did, smoking bells and whistles.
Already the author of 2 books, Reba now is working on a 3rd called Not That Fancy.
We talk about family, friends, how to throw a party that's not so fancy. That's my kind of party.
Yes.
You know, I don't really care if everything matches, or sometimes I ask to use real plates instead of paper plates. But I love solo cups. I think that's the main message of the book. Don't not have a party because everything doesn't look right or you didn't have time to get this ready. Just go have fun.
And have some solo cups.
And lots of solo cups.
What do you think about the term icon or legend or trailblazer?
When I hear those words, I think Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, Tammy Wynette, Barbara Mandrell, Anne Murray, Minnie Pearl. All of those women are the pioneers, the icons, the legends that I got to learn from.
But there are a whole bunch of young artists in Nashville. You are that person for them. Is that a cool feeling?
It's a cool feeling. It's a huge responsibility because in my span that I get to do this, I want to find ways of doing it better so it'll make it easier on them. Then it's their responsibility to move forward, find a better way of doing something for the people coming up next behind them.
An icon on stage.
Oh, way to go.
And a fierce competitor in backyard games.
Oh!
Over the top. Willie wins.
It was an honor just to compete with you.
Thank you ever so much. I will never live this down.
We have already planned the rematch at her place. Reba writes about her love of cornhole and much more in that upcoming book, Not That Fancy, which you can pre-order now before it comes out in October. Our big thanks to the Ivory Peacock in New York for hosting our conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to the Sunday Sitdown podcast to hear the full interview with Reba McEntire. You can find that on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.